So we went to the first village, and they're all like really, really little kids, but then there's like some adults there. And so whenever we did the altar call, like everyone raised their hand, of course, they always do. But then whenever we prayed, like the second that Olivia, before she even finished saying, is there anyone that needs prayer for healing, like this lady was up ready for her to pray for her, like standing in the middle of us, just like asking us to lay hands on her. So we laid hands on her and we started praying for her. It was just Olivia and I, and she like, her hip had been hurting and she hadn't been able to move it in years. And so we laid hands on her hip, and then as we were praying, we were both praying in the spirit, and we were both praying out loud. And then as we were praying, she would like put our hands at other places, and then she like started moving and like leaning down and up and back and forth and like dancing like a crazy person. And so we were like, oh my gosh, she's healed. And so we were like, how do you feel now? And the translator said that she was completely healed. And she had been like unable to move for years. And now she was, the rest of the day, she was running. And we had videos of her like dancing and skipping and playing jump rope and all these different things. It was the coolest thing. That was the first girl. And the second girl, she was like 85 years old. She had been blind since she was 20. And she had cataracts in her eyes. And so we were praying over her eyes, and she was unable to stand. She couldn't stand up because her body was in so much pain. And so we just started praying for her, and there was like 10 of us around her, probably, or like 5 of us at least. We were all just laying hands on her, praying out loud. And she, at first, like she's like, okay, I can see a little bit better. And so we just kept praying over her. Like, we're not leaving until she can see perfectly, and that she can stand up and walk and dance. So so she was like, okay, I can see a little bit better. And she was like, I can see all the little kids running. And we were like, okay, well, we're not going to stop praying until you can see their smiles, so you can see the whites in their eyes. So we kept praying over that. And I'm not kidding, like, we could see the cataracts, like, starting to leave her eyes. Like, the cloudiness in her eyes just begin to disappear. And then we were like, Krista was like, okay, I want you to stand up, and I want you to start, I just want you to stand up, because she hadn't been able to stand. And so she stood up. And we were all like, okay, like she's standing up, and the Lord, like it was, and we were kept telling her, like, you are healed because of your faith, so you have to believe that you're healed. And all she was saying was, I believe in Khmer, which is the language here. And so it was just the coolest thing, because these people were like so hungry and thirsty for God. And the first lady that we prayed over, had, she went to the church service last night at this village, but they couldn't, I guess they were like, we'll come back tomorrow because the Americans are going to be here and they're going to pray over you. And so she was like, I can't come tomorrow, I have to work. But she ended up skipping work so that she could come get prayed for and she could be healed. And so it was so cool, because she was like, I mean, it was worth it for her to skip work just so she could come and get healed.